I would say, like, I don't know, we'd probably take more of the credit on ourselves rather than what they did. I think we're going to focus on, kind of look in the mirror and focus on what we did, and I think we just didn't really come out ready to go, obviously, on both sides of the ball, and kind of got away from us and spiraled there and got out of hand, and I mean, that's kind of how quick it went.
How about just the fourth inning, the 8-run fourth? What was the message at that point? What kind of allowed that thing to get away from the 3-1?
I would say just, I mean, you can look at, you know, some close calls that the umpire made, or you could look at some of the soft hits that they might have had, but I think, you know, we gotta take the credit for that, and just we gotta be better as a staff, and I think just be on attack and be able to make a pitch when you need to get off the field. That's the bottom line.
How'd you guys spend the day with the delay and everything? What did you do? Where were you at the hotel? How did you pass the time?
Yeah, I'd say we tried to stay busy. That was the biggest thing for us. Coach Bolt wanted us out of the hotel as much as possible. You know, sitting in a hotel all day isn't great for the body, so we a lot of guys went out, you know, walked around town, walked around Omaha, so pretty much all we did, just stay out of the hotel room.
What's kind of been a hang-up offensively, at least in terms of strikeouts in the last couple of games? You guys posted double-digit strikeouts in the last 3 games you guys have played.
I'd say just collectively we got to be more committed to an approach. We always talk about being ready to hit the fastball early in the count, and I think we haven't been doing a good enough job of that. We've been, you know, kind of taken early in the count, and that forced you to hit with 2 strikes. And obviously, I mean, it hasn't gone our way as of late, and I think the adjustment needs to be made to be a little more aggressive and be on time for the fastball.
Yeah, adding on to that, yeah, we had a lot of, you know, early in the count, foul-offs on the fastball, so just being able to, you know, get above the fastball, that's the biggest thing for us. If we can get above it, those become hits instead of foul balls, so that's the biggest thing for us going forward.
When Vital Cheese is as good as he was tonight, is he as good as anybody we've seen this year?
Personally, I don't like to give credit, but you know, I think it was more of about our approach. You know, I don't think it's anyone. I mean, we've already faced them this year, and we scored runs off them, so we know we clearly can be on a guy like that. So it's just on us at that point.
I think for both of you guys too, you talked about being resilient. You've shown that you're able to bounce back in games. How do you lean on that trait and moving forward into tomorrow for an elimination?
Well, I mean, that's all we can do right now. Is game's over. Obviously, didn't go the way we wanted it to, and all we can do is show up ready to go tomorrow with a better mindset.
Anything else for the student athletes?
You guys are good. I'm welcome to Florida, Coach Bolt. Questions for Coach Bolt?
Will you kind of walk us through your pitching plan for today? I know just with Rocket, obviously Sears, the Big Ten pitcher of the year. What was kind of the thought behind going with Rocket today?
Well, Sears coming back on, you know, after throwing 95 pitches last week, and, you know, on 4 days rest after being short rested last week, wasn't real interested in doing that. You know, that wasn't really much of an option for us right there in that game. Brockett hadn't thrown a whole lot. My plan was for Brockett to go a complete game shutout. That was my plan.
Does that decision change based on where you guys are in the RPI and the
Yes and no. I mean, I think Brett's thrown as much this year as he's thrown his entire life, and you know, I think you know, it's just the right move to make. I just didn't think it was the move to make to throw him in the first game of the tournament on 4 days rest after throwing 95 pitches. I just didn't think that was the right move for our team, given the current situation. No.
That did end up having a large impact on the game, but why did you decide to go with Will Jeske at DH and then Swanson and right? Was it just a pitching matchup against Vital Cheese and the way he pitches, or was it something else?
Well, Swanson has been giving us some of our better at-bats against left-handed pitchers. And, he chewed us up pretty good last time out. I know we ended up winning the game, but Swanson's been putting barrels to it with the lefties. We started him against Bothwell. He lined out and got a hit. If you remember right, he was hitting in the 4-hole for us against the left-hander on Sunday against Indiana as well. So not really a, major change there in the lineup. We felt like we needed another guy in there that could put good swings against a left-handed pitcher. And, with the wind blowing out too, I thought it was a good day for him to get a barrel to one because, we haven't scored a lot against the left-handers at times, piecing together a bunch of hits in a row. So I was thinking we could maybe get a couple of extra base hits. And Jeske came off the bench and took a really good swing. He's been one of our better guys against left-handed pitching as well. So just kind of looking for that matchup. He's really tough against left-handed hitters. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So we wanted to try to give our guys the best chance. And Jeske, found a barrel tonight, and Swanson hit a double. So those two guys were probably two of the better ones as far as taking good swings tonight.
Well, how frustrating is the fourth inning, given that they feed off those top three guys in their order the way they did? They hit some balls hard, and they had some dinks, and that's hard to watch, isn't it?
Well, I guess you need to give, I don't guess, I know, we need to give Ohio State's offense a lot of credit tonight. They came out swinging, and good things happen when you swing the bat. And, they had some extra base hits that scored runs. They had some balls that fell down the line, but their bat was moving right. The bat was moving in fair territory. Some of those jam job shots or balls off the end of the bat, they're in fair territory because they were aggressive and, they were moving the bat right. So give them a lot of credit tonight for what they were able to do. It's not like Caleb Clark has been, a garbage time pitcher for us. I mean, we came in thinking he was going to give us a stop. We were going to have a chance to come right back in the game, and they were having none of that. I mean, they were taking great swings, and, there was just not much we could do about it to get off the field.
What was the more disappointing side? Was it what the offense didn't do, or was it the pitching?
Well, I think certainly the pitching, because we knew the runs were going to maybe be tough to come by. Like I said, I mean, he's one of the top pitchers in the conference, and he's tough. Like, he's got great stuff, and he was suffocating the strike zone tonight. I mean, it was 11 of 12 at-bats that we were hitting with 2 strikes. So it's just, we're going to have to win probably a 3-2, 5-3 game in that ball game. So our inability to get off the field without, having the crooked numbers, that was the most disappointing part.
You guys have always been good on the weekends this season. Is it a different vibe knowing that Sears and McConaughey potentially are still ahead as opposed to starting the week right on the season?
Yeah, no, we feel confident, with Sears on the mound. I mean, he's going to have a shot, and, we need to get back on the right side of it and stick around and see if we can make a run in this.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, I know you haven't got to see him this year, but anything to stand out about for B1G?
Well, they've done a great job this year. I mean, they went into the last weekend with a chance to win the championship, and then they fought all the way to the end here in this first game in the tournament. Coach Goff, his guys are always going to fight, and neither team wants to go home, and, we just need to be ready to go tomorrow.